Socks are so much a part of our lives that we rarely even think about them, but there are plenty of useless but fun facts about socks. Here we'll look at 8 of them because, if nothing else, they can serve as random icebreakers at your next social occasion. The word sock. Like many English words, sock comes from an Old English word. The original sock, S-O-C-C, means light slipper, which is pretty accurate when you think about it. The word sock apparently is a derivative of the Latin word soccus that referred to a thin, light shoe that people wore with sandals. So that socks and flip-flops look has been around for a long, long time. The term socks. You may have noticed 2 Major League Baseball teams use the word socks as a stand-in for socks, the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox. That's because newspaper editors back in the early 20th century needed to shorten the team names, originally stockings, to fit into the headlines. The teams eventually just adopted Sox, S-O-X, for the official franchise name, Socks and Wealth. Like many other material goods, socks once symbolized the upper crust of society. Men of wealth and, of course, royalty wore expensive knee socks. The more silk used in the socks, the higher your status. This all started around the year 1000, but it helps explain why a nice pair of socks are still a popular Christmas gift. First, knitting machines. When knitting machines were invented in 1589 by Englishman William Lee, he did so to cut down on the time it took to knit socks by hand. His machine could knit at 8 times the rate of hand knitting. Socks for men and women. So, if men wore knee stockings to show off their wealth, what happened? The 20th century happened. In the early 1900s, socks shrunk to ankle height because men's trousers were now worn long, and they no longer needed to cover their lower leg. Meanwhile, by the Roaring 20s, women were wearing shorter skirts, so they began to wear stockings to cover their legs, often with colorful stocks or beautiful designs. It's a switch that has stuck. The Nylon Riots. Speaking of stockings, the lack of nylon stockings during World War II led to riots in the United States. DuPont, which has been using nylon for the war efforts to make parachutes, announced that they would have nylon by Christmas after the war ended in 1945. But when a small supply went on sale across the country in September and quickly ran out, riots broke out in places such as Pittsburgh, where 40,000 women got in line to get just 13,000 pairs of nylon stockings. In other places, women mobbed the stores, knocking over displays and each other to get to the few pairs of stockings available. Why wear socks? The main function of socks is to wick away the moisture from your feet, which can produce an astounding 1/2 liter a day. They also protect your feet from getting blisters from rubbing and chafing and help keep bacteria from forming that can make your feet smell. Greek fur socks. Long before the advances made in the materials used today for socks and stockings, the Greeks wanted something to wear on their feet too. So they used matted animal fur. Needless to say, we should all be thankful for innovations in how they make socks. And so there you have it. What did you think about these facts? Let us know with a comment. Then be sure to visit our site and explore our huge catalog of socks and leggings. Oh, and also give our video a like and subscribe for more.